Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Evil Genius with me, BrainBoy. Where we last left off, we began trying to acquire the Uber Loop. And it was going quite well. We haven't even received a noteworthy response besides nothing actually. So let's continue doing that trend. Hope that the forces of justice will not try to assassinate me again. If so, I may try to commit suicide again. In-game, of course. To test out whether or not I don't know where the ending is. I don't think I've ever actually seen it. I've always stopped at the point where I knew I was going to lose. And there come my minions, hopefully meaning there will be no problems. Just a bunch of valets who just return and are already doing their job. It's a beautiful sight to see. I don't know what fish those are. They even animated that enough to see. No, it's just lines of pixels. I'm guessing. Oh gosh. I should have never gotten rid of those two beds. There are far too many minions here. I need something for them to do. I really do. Rock. Oh! There are new henchmen available. Who do we have? There's one in Indochina. Polynesia, I mean. Recruit the Butcher. It has been brought to there's the first spelling error I found. Second, maybe. I don't remember what the others are. It has been brought to our attention that a wickedly evil psychosurgeon simply known as the Butcher grows weary of extracting sadistic pleasures on the pitiful Indonesians where he currently resides. He seeks bigger and more interesting, more worthy sport for his skills and has expressed an interest in joining our evil empire. There's you. No. Our spies have found the hideout of a villainous former secret police general, simply known as Red Ivan. He carries a bazooka and is deliciously sadistic with it. Armed to the teeth and built like a proverbial brick latrine, it would certainly pay dividends to have him on our side in a fight. No. Oh, I have all the other ones from before. Dr. Nero's side. My agents have received word from the infamous Dr. Nero's side that she would wish to add our current scientific skill. Yeah. Okay. So you have all from before. We need to find where the others are, though. Recruit Montezuma. Our spies have discovered the location of Montezuma, the wicked voodoo magician rumored to be able to wake the dead from their slumber. Since an unfortunate incident in Haiti, he's been laying low in his favorite retreat of Cuba. We must not miss the opportunity to add his dark powers to our evil dominion. As for you, recruit Moko. A tale tells of an ancient divine defender of the Incan people of Machu Picchu, a great warrior god who came forth and slew the treasure hunters who had desecrated his people's homeland, and that now he wanders the world seeking revenge. That man is Moko, and he has told us that he is ready to join battle. He is ready to join with us to battle the civilized world. Curses! I actually don't know who to decide to take this time. So I'm missing out on someone else here. That's Excalibur. Yeah. Please note you will never get all the henchmen. Who to take? This is rather important, you know. You can't be too... You have to be picky when choosing your henchmen.
Psychological weakening.
We're actually getting people who have noped for once. Curse me in my large mouth.
Hostile presence detected in base. Intruder tagged for psychological weakening. Intruder detected on security network.
Hopefully they'll deal with it. I'm currently at a loss. Should I take Dark Powers or Divine Blood? Dark Powers, I must. And we'll just send a paltry 4 workers to retrieve him. No point in disguising our intent. It's not going to do much anyway. Just like all of a sudden the valet suddenly decided, oh wait, there's someone here who's actually doing something. So yes, we're going to be recruiting another henchman. First of all, I don't remember what he does.
Weekend tag issued.
And as if right on cue, Hammer's already aware that we're on our way. Then again, why shouldn't they? I mean, considering we did start the Cuban Missile Crisis and all, so they'd be kind of suspicious if we so much as sneezed in the general direction of Hammer.
Warning, hostile presence detected in base.
Well, that and Patriot. I'm just wondering what's going through this agent's mind. He just walks into a room filled with sleeping minions. He's like, don't make a sound. Oh wait, they're all awake. Unfortunately, I can't seem to offset the attention drain caused by these devices. Accursed things. I'd rather have my minions working non-stop. Unfortunately, I don't think I could stack enough effects ever to consider doing that. Here we are. Let us begin recruiting Montezuma.
Commencing mission.
And we can start training another henchman. You know how that goes. More body bags, Commander! More body bags!
Hola, Cuba. This is an official broadcast with news of a fresh enemy of Cuba and El Presidente. Viva el Presidente! Papa Jambalaya, the Haitian voodoo priest, has been a guest of honor at the presidential palace, where he has been helping El Presidente cast hexes on his enemies. Jambalaya has just insulted us all by turning his back on Cuba and deciding to defect to the evil organization.
Another super agent, Jet Chan. Is he here immediately? Well, here's my famous voodoo man. Okay, we finally have a second super agent. Because I originally had seen this coming.
Weakening.
I know, I saw this man beelining towards me. And if you look carefully at his body, it's exactly as it says on the tin. He's from Asia, he's shirtless, what do you think he is? He's not the martial artist you know, something is...
Capture tag issued.
Excuse me. You are going where?
Detected on security network.
I think we have another person who falls under the too dumb to live trope. No, not the minion. Okay, where's Montezuma? Oh, there he is. There he is. Your first objective, kill said gentleman.
Me gonna stick a pin in them. Them best me go bury them.
Jesus.
Voodoo.
Okay. Let's go see what his abilities are. Voodoo is a religion and a way of life for the spiritual people of Haiti. A magical way of communicating with the ancestral past. To the outsider, the principles and rituals of voodoo seem dark and sinister, but generally they are not. In the case of Montezuma, however, they certainly are. Montezuma raises zombies for fun, has a cottage industry in voodoo doll creation, and has been known to hex people just for smirking at his top hat. He also cooks a really mean gumbo, but for some reason he tends not to have many visitors to his mountain retreat. Montezuma is not averse to leaving his Haitian lair, as his propensity for placing curses on people has left the local population somewhat ravaged. Voodoo Mog... Voodoo Mogfine. Mog... no. Find Mog. Any agent enveloped in this cloud of confusion will forget any evidence that they've seen and leave the island immediately. This ability may fail if the target has high smarts. Voodoo Puppetry. Montezuma can work his magic on an agent, making them think that their comrades are enemies and vice versa. This ability may fail if the target has high smarts. Okay. I see why this is expensive.
Yes, man. They got no.
Excuse me, what are you doing? I don't think I can let you live. And, is this unlocked? It is. No wonder everyone's been walking through my base. But yes, we have another henchman to deal with. Excuse me.
Me gon' got tickets for the next world.
Tag removed. Prisoner set free.
And now I've two super agents to watch, but as I had expected, I was gonna have to deal with both of them, with at least two, either way, if not three. And now I'm considered mad. That was worth 5 notoriety? Yeah. I spotted that one a mile away. How much is... oh gosh. That looks painful to do. Let's just move our guards to a much more friendly location. Methinks we're going after Excalibur next. I don't know, just a small sneaking suspicion that we're probably gonna go for that one next, as I don't feel as if anything else is really worth my time.
Weekend tag issued.
The problem is I'm waiting for Jet Chen and or the Mariana Mamba to appear. Speaking of which, super agents. Oh really, we have to... Wasn't annoying enough. Your evil-sponsored meddling in the lab has finally paid dividends. You have created a freak, an utter abomination of complete devilishness. Freaks are the result of some highly specialist research. Now that this option is unlocked, you can create freaks. Simply order your minions to move a body bag into the biotech experimental apparatus. Freaks are like your minions. You have no direct control over them. They will lumber around your base at random, trying to make themselves useful. Freaks will attack any enemies they see, regardless of whether they are tagged or not. Freaks are unable to regenerate any of their stats. Once their artificial life essence is drained out of them, they will die. And you will have to make some more in the lab. However, it is worth noting that you can only have a limited number of freaks alive at any time. How sad. Very, very sad. Looking to see if there's anything I... It's not the research process. They probably have something hilarious here. Research takes place in the laboratory and requires some key objects before your science minions can begin. These are a research machine, databanks, and at least one piece of experimental apparatus. Once you have these, the research panel button will be unlocked. The research button will access the research screen. From here you'll be able to order your science minions to perform research to gain access to powerful new objects. The process of researching an item is quite straightforward. First, a science minion will go onto the research machine and collect an empty specimen container. Then we'll go to the object which is being researched and take specimens until the container is full. The science minion will then return to the laboratory and perform experiments in the container with one of the pieces of experimental apparatus. Only certain combinations of objects and experimental apparatus will yield a successful result. You'll have to experiment to find these combos to get new evil gadgets and equipment for your base. Okay. I think now would be a good idea to just shove this in here as well.
Object has been ordered.
Why? Well, if they're going to try researching something, I might as well give them something to research.
Intruder tagged for psychological weakening.
Really, I have the funding for it, so why not? Just give them several items to keep looking at, to keep researching, because I'm running out. For one, I don't think I even have the double capacitors yet. I have the disguised power generator, but not the double capacitors just yet. And I know that's available right now, it's just I haven't gotten an option to do so. Speaking of which, is this still bugged? Like it would ever not be. Yeah. It is very much still bugged. Oh, disappointing. I said we were going to do Uber loot stuff. I think I was wrong. Two gentlemen just smoking, both with fabulous top hats. Jeez, they're chain smokers to an extent I wouldn't believe. And those cigarettes must last for forever. And they just both go on their own. No. They formed a posse. I think Lord Kane is the dominant one.
Weaken tag issued. Intruder tagged for psychological weakening.
Hang on. I might actually have something funny here. Here we see the henchman in the natural environment. For one, you have the dominant alpha male, who is always behind the beta, the one who must sacrifice his life first. Now, as you see, two spies are now spy crabbing from Team Fortress 2. Done it, I can't believe it. Yes, the spy crabbing. I thought that was illegal on most servers. Anyway. Searching, and nothing is done. Right, I think it's time to make Saber quite annoyed. 9 times out of 10, we're probably gonna have to... I think I had this problem before. I do not need this many workers. I want to add.
Caution, cannot accommodate this many minions.
Okay.
Minion capacity exceeded.
Alright, I can deal with this. Reduce the amount of workers we've got. You ordered more minions than you can have. Well, no duh. Well, I could probably replace this reliably with another nuclear power generator.
Warning, hostile presence detected in base. Object purchase order confirmed.
Alright. Let's see, where's my friendly henchman? Might have to eliminate them by the
Security door bypassed.
My path is yeah, man. Voodoo, we all do, man.
Unfortunately, I have to break up the pack for right now.
My path is chosen.
Intruder detected on security network.
Yeah, man. The spirit. Yes, I. Me don't look up. Voodoo. Yeah, man. Yes, I. Man. Me gonna eat their souls right up, man.
It's like they weren't even trying with the voice actor. No offense.
The witch doctor. Him I in.
This is exactly as I'd expect a white man to be trying to portray
Me gonna eat
a
their souls
stereotypical
right up,
Haitian.
man.
And the grand idiot trap is of course triggering
The
like a
spirit,
madman.
me got that power.
Tag cleared.
They ain't got no power.
Please do
Me
something
gonna
besides...
stick a pin in them. My path.
And hooray for such a low attention
Them
stat that it
best
can't actually do
people.
anything. And the training room is quite full. With 2 scientists. Now, can we remove the body bags before people go insane?
Weekend tag issued.
A little late for that, my dear, but... Yeah. I'm so thankful I just press a button to talk. Even though it annoys me sometimes that I forget to do that, unless after we record stuff. You don't hear it when I break out into a coughing fit or otherwise. I was just say, what is he cheering on? And then I forgot I put a TV right there. Yes, grunt. Grunt for your life.
Intruder tagged for capture.
This is also called...
Intruder tagged for psychological weakening.
Now, did I fill up the freezer? I keep asking that, knowing full well that I have much more space than I'm ever gonna need. And then I get instances where I have this entire army swarming my base. I don't think Jet Chan will be a show. Really, I'm just killing time. I know one of the 2 super agents will appear the moment I send my forces away, so I'm trying to train up an entire batch of them so they're ready. Thankfully I've got the guards here, the valets are almost ready, and the technicians too. Which is also nice because I can bleed off some of these numbers of minions that I've got in excess of what I actually should have. There's almost never a reason to have this many construction workers except that certain acts of infamy might demand it. I don't know. They keep asking for more and more. Plus, I'll always have a guard to throw away in case of an emergency. Speaking of which, I've got a lot of scientists, but I don't have a lot of normal minions. Normal. I need more guards. It's as simple as that. I run on guards, basically. If something goes wrong, I expect my guards to pick up the slack and pull off whatever problem I have. So I may actually go for mercenaries soon. Excuse me for a second. Nothing really important, was just checking to see how long I've been recording. Wasn't really in the mood to do any real recording tonight, but hey, I'm not going to cheap you out of something for more than a day ever. I only take those random breaks because I really don't feel like recording on that day, and I'd rather not do it twice in a row at least. Actually, not even twice in a row. I would never do it unless I had at least a 3-video buffer or otherwise against it. And then someone's just going to bring up an example, if they're dedicated that enough. And yeah, I'll stop pretending like I actually know what I'm talking about. Did he just pat him on the back? Sir, if you got pat on... What is your name? Pete Brown. Oh, you're going to a technician, Pete Brown. Well, welcome. Welcome to Technician, bro. Welcome to Technician Bill. We got pat on the back by one of my henchmen. Yeah, sweet digs, man, yeah. I swear I'm developing like a second,
Warning! Hostile presence detected in base.
a sixth sense or otherwise into when exactly these minions are trying to kill, when someone's trying to get my minions killed. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to ask you to do something about it. No, there's no point. You can have that little party that's going on inside my room. I just heard the I don't know why I think Lord Kane is so awesome. He's actually quite creepy when you get down to it, because you just get this really whispered hello in your ear. Yeah, my dear. What would you say to a little bit of, quality time? But they can see right through the lasers, sir. I know. Now, when you set it to 4, you're going to have guards go and pick up weapons, I think? I don't think they'll actually pick up weapons. When you set the security designation to 4, you will always have minions standing on the outside to protect it, in this case the henchmen. Which actually isn't that great. Any minion with the capacity to guard will guard the doorway. However, I never want my henchmen right there, because that means it takes them the longest to get to the fight. I'd rather have them midway in the fight. And again, we have an episode where absolutely nothing happens, except we get a henchman. Fun. However, I think that time's up for this episode, considering not really much is going on, and we're currently transitioning into a phase where we have even more minions than before, in different roles than just worker, worker, and worker. So until next time, this has been BrainBoy 20 with Let's Play Evil Genius, and I'm signing off.